What is going on? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I seriously appreciate you tuning in today. We're back here in my 2007 Nissan 350z HR, and I don't know if you heard that sound when we were pulling into the garage just now, but we got a piece of plastic under the car that is completely busted. I was going down that exact same road. Roll the clip, roll the clip. You guys, I think our front lip is absolutely destroyed. We destroyed that piece of asphalt. Oh no. Oh no. I'm so terrified to look at that. Oh Jesus. I'm actually shocked right now, you guys. Oh, it's hanging. Our front lip is hanging on the ground right now. No way. No way. That's crazy. It might even be the whole front bumper on the ground right now. We gotta pull over. No way. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's scraping. Oh my God, are you serious? I'm terrified. I'm actually terrified. Okay, actually, the front lip, oh man. Oh, it looks like this little scratch right here, but it looks like, oh yeah, it just exploded. That little plastic piece right there. It's not leaking any oil or anything. It really sounded like the whole oil pan was gonna get busted. Well, I think we're good to drive home. I mean, this thing does look good though. So that happened about a month ago, and I keep hitting rocks on that exact same road, and it happened the other day. What is this sound? We literally stopped in this exact same spot last time I hit a rock on the exact same road. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ah, of course. Well, I mean, she looks good, but I'm telling you, these under tray pieces just dime a dozen out here. So today on the agenda, we need to solve this issue. Check it out. This piece of plastic right here is scraping the ground. Not a huge issue, but honestly, we just need to take it off because I feel like that road is just notorious for pieces of rocks that just chip out of the ground. It gets potholes, they fill the potholes. They do a terrible job of filling these potholes, and then they just destroy themselves and break up into these, these rocks. And then I just basically, my car, this thing's a cheese grater, and it just goes in a rock and it comes out pebbles like every single time. I just brace for impact, and there's nothing I can do. So we're slowly taking off every single piece of plastic underneath the car, not because I want to, but because we have to. So I've got my jack over here. We're gonna lift the side of the car up. Oh my God, look at this spider. Bro's hanging, and he's got another spider in his mouth. I gotta take him down. So I've got my jack right here. We're gonna jack the side of the car up, and we're gonna see what's going on under there. I'm assuming it's just gonna be a few 10mm bolts, maybe a 14. Those seem to be the two revolving, nuts or bolt sizes on this car. So either a 10 or a 14, probably a 14. And we're gonna fix it, and then we're gonna go for a drive, and we're gonna talk a little bit about heat soak in the Nissan 350z, because I don't know if you guys have been outside. It's like 101 in Menifee, California right now. We got the Miata. I have not been driving this thing. Look at the amount of dirt on this car right now. Look at that, to be honest with you. The AC works, but no matter what, AC cranked, it doesn't keep up. The soft top, the piece of plastic that goes over is the roof basically. It's seriously an oven in there. It's like wearing a black shirt on a hot day. You just don't want to do it. And the roof of this thing is black, and it's vinyl, and it's just, the top like 6 inches of the roof just melts your forehead basically. So I really haven't been driving it. I've been driving the Z's. The AC works amazing in these cars. And that's one thing I love about the Z, is that the AC is just phenomenal. So, but let's get this thing jacked up. We're gonna go for a drive in the 101 degrees. We're gonna talk about heat soak in the 350Z because it's kind of important. All right, let's get down to business. Got the jack. Huge thanks to my roommate Ben for letting me borrow his jack. He actually doesn't know I'm using it, but if he's watching this video right now, he's probably not. I'm using your jack, bro. I am, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so right under here. Oh, that's right. You guys, this is not a low profile jack, and our car is in fact low profile. So I gotta drive the front up onto something. That's the suckiest part about having a low car. My low profile jack, if you saw my Pittsburgh review video, it's at my dad's house because that's where I used to live when I filmed that video, and now I don't live there and it's still there. So, to be continued in about 30 seconds. One sec, I'm gonna fix this. All right, I found some weights. I'm gonna roll up onto it. Hopefully they don't slide. We're gonna find out. I might need some speed. Straight to the fridge. All right, so those didn't work. Now entering the ring. Piece of 2x4, and it should work. Honestly, we don't even need that much height, so this should be fine. I'm not putting one on this side. I had a feeling it was gonna push those weights forward just because they were kind of tall. All right, we're in business so far. Yep, that worked perfectly. So now, will this go up under that is the question. That's the question here. Oh, just perfect. That was just enough height. Time to send it. My trusty DeWalt ratchet set. It was in the red Z. Just leave this in your Z, basically. With the luck I've had with my Z, I've had to use this at least once a month. Oh, it's literally molten lava. Oh my God. Geez, that's hot. I'm gonna put this in that fridge because I'm intelligent, you know? Let's lift this thing up. I'm actually gonna take you guys over here. Lift this up real quick. Now, some might tell you that this isn't the best spot to lift this car, but it's temporary. It's temporary. One 14 mil, I'm assuming it's a 14, and another 14 mil, I'm assuming it's a 14, but we're gonna find out right now. Let's grab a 10. 10 mil. These things are worth their weight in gold around here. Oh my gosh, it's a 10. You guys, I was completely wrong. I thought it was a 14. Check the fridge. Still hot, still hot. All right, let's go underneath the car and fix her up. The 10's gone. Oh, it's over there. Oh my God. I thought it was like the curse of the 10 millimeter. Disappears, moment's notice. All right, going under. All right, one. There we are, all good to go. Oh, how much damage did we do? Not too bad. I did a freeway pull with it like that. Grab these screws. You never really know when you're gonna need to use these again. So I don't really know when I'll ever need these again, but you can't have too many screws, honestly. Honestly. Should we take the other side off just in case? Nah, it's too hot. It's way too hot. Let's take her for a spin. All right. Let's talk about heat soak, also known as the silent horsepower killer. Let's roll these up because it's, look at this, 102. Too hot for the windows down. As much as I love the sound, it's too hot for the windows down. The silent horsepower killer though, you guys. What is heat soak? Obviously, it's when there's too much heat in the engine bay. This can happen from a lot of things, and it's not only just heat in the engine bay. Your brakes can get heat soaked. Obviously, if your brake fluid starts to boil, I mean, they're not gonna work as good. And pretty much heat soak in the engine bay, you're losing horsepower. The engine's not as efficient as it would like to be. It wants the coldest air possible. Like proper oil temperature, I would say you want your oil temperature to be like, what, 160? Around there, 180, you know, obviously if your oil temperature is over 200, it's getting kind of hot. Basically, the hotter your engine bay and the gases inside of it, the less efficient your combustion and your power is going to be, pretty much. There are ways to combat this. They make like thermal sleeves for your exhausts, like your manifold. You're really going to notice most heat soak on the track, obviously. Hardcore track focused Zs experience a lot of heat soak usually. I've read a lot of forums, you know, 3-4 laps before the engine's getting really hot, your brakes are getting really hot, is pretty much what you can expect. There's ways to cool it down. One sec. Unless you're doing that around every corner in town, I don't think you're gonna experience much heat soak. But even just cruising around, normal driving, at 102 degrees outside, I can say that I do feel like the engine kind of loses a little bit of its horsepower. It's not like we're dropping half the amount of horsepower, but this thing, from the factory, 306 horsepower. I would say after, you know, drivetrain loss and all that, you're probably running about 275, maybe 280 on a good day, and that's completely stock. I mean, like right now even, I've been driving around for the past 20 minutes, and I've been doing that around pretty much every corner. And I do feel like we lose about maybe 15, 25 horsepower. So not like a whole bunch, but I would say on a really hot day like today, it's enough to really like, you do feel it. You do feel it. These engines do get heat soaked fairly easily, I feel like. Obviously, you have a V6. If you've ever looked in the engine bay of a VQ or a 350z, there's not a lot of space in there. And obviously, when there's not a lot of space, there's not a lot of air to cool everything down. So, you know, that air can get pretty hot pretty quickly. So I would say this engine bay and just the design is kind of prone to heat soaking. In the end, do I feel like a super detrimental thing to this car? No, obviously I really don't. It's not like it's undrivable when it's hot out, because I really do feel like you probably would notice it a lot more in places like an hour inland, Palm Desert, Palm Springs, where it's like seriously every day is over 115, 120 degrees. I think in the butt dyno side of things, you know, when it's 102, 110, 115, I think you do feel it a little bit. I've driven Z's for seriously 5 years now, every single day. I do notice on hot days like today, the car doesn't have all the power as it would on a cloudy day that's like in the 70s or in the high 60s, 68. The Red Z especially performs a lot better on a cool day compared to a 102 degree day. And you're talking 35 degree difference. So just my thoughts. Let me know in the comments if you've experienced any heat soak in your Z's. Do you track your car? I would love to take my car to the track someday. I can't believe I've still never driven on a track in this car, and I would love to experience that heat soak for myself. I know Chuckwalla, Willow Springs, they're kind of out there towards Palm Springs, maybe a little further. I mean, Chuckwalla's got to be 120 something degrees right now. And like, how are the track cars doing out there? I don't know. And I'd also love to go on a cool day just to see stock to stock, or obviously, you know, these mods I have right now, how would it be on a colder day versus a really hot day? Like, would it be substantially different just based on the temperature outside? I'd love to test. Let me know in the comments what you think. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you did, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Oh my god. Listen to this downshift though. Oh my gosh. One more. Into second.